onto the Aeroplane Mesa trail and starting down towards the river. This trail really doesn't get much use, I don't think. It's a short way into the middle fork of the Gila, but like it took me, it was over 110 miles from T or C. A lot of that on a really rough road, like 5 miles an hour, so it took hours. Not looking forward to the drive out here, but the trooper did well, and got a couple of good days down here in the wilderness. It's just gorgeous. Still some snow up on the peak. Not really sure what peak that is, Mogollon Baldy or Whitewater Baldy. But it's good and warm here. We're in a lot of Aeroplane Mesa here is just this big open grassland with some scattered pinyon and juniper and ponderosa pine. Supposedly there's been a pack of Mexican gray wolves hanging out in this area, so that would be an amazing thing to see. So I'm going to keep my eyes open. Lots of elk in this area, lots of elk sign. Hoping to see some critters while I'm out here. And I'm carrying some backpack or fishing equipment as well. We'll see what the river's like. I know there are rainbow and browns in this stretch, and a little further up some Gila trout, so that would be cool if I get a chance to get any of those. Really no information about what's going on up here, so hoping the conditions are good. Either way, it's a gorgeous day in the Gila. So I've run into a few through hikers. I didn't realize this was part of the high route of the alternate of the Continental Divide Trail, and so it's been a big water year, so I think there've been several people taking this route, so they're not crossing the middle fork constantly. Nice to talk to them, but folks going all the way to Canada on this trail. Probably run into a couple more, maybe looking for a little side canyon or something off the beaten path, because I like the solitude, but nice folks out on the trail. Holy cow, what a beautiful valley. A nice flow in the river right now. Some caves over there. This is going to be fun. Loving it already. looks like it's seen some use over the years, maybe thousands of years. Nice. Made it to the river. All right, here for the first water crossing. Not too bad. Already found one just spectacular campsite, amazing campsite, but it's right on the junction of a pretty popular trail. Just had another through hiker come through, so I'll look around. Might end up going back because it's just beautiful. I plan to just set up camp for a couple of nights. But this meadow's gorgeous. I'm sure there'll be other campsites. Oh, I did find a really nice campsite for the evening right along the river. It's a beautiful little park area. Old fire pit, hasn't been used for years, but still nice and flat here. And beautiful spot to spend a couple of days. All right, boiling some water for some breakfast. Stuff's actually pretty good. You know, see all the luxury stuff I bring, like a coffee cup and a chair. It's worth it when you're sitting around camp, though. Good guy. Did a little fishing this morning, but had a few hits, but didn't catch anything. Oh well. Now it's getting a little breezy, so I'm gonna go out for a hike. It's beautiful country out here, so I want to see more of it. trotter meadow. Hiking up the Trotter Trail, and this is part of the high route for the CDT, so I may run into some folks. Saw a few yesterday, and this is in the world's first wilderness. Gila was designated 100 years ago next year. Lots of huge old ponderosas in here. Pretty cool little slot canyon. Water flowing through it. That's why the trail comes up above. Couldn't resist coming down and checking out this canyon. It's a little off trail, but got all day. Wow. Just hiked up Trotter Trail to the top of the Mesa and topped out. I think it's about 7,500 feet or so. Beautiful open parkland up here. Just in love with the Gila. It's just amazing. So I'm about to come to the Flying V Canyon Trail. May decide to go down that way, or I might go back the way I came. I was packing up to take off, and she started to cross the river and straight into camp. All right, leaving camp, very first thing, crossing this river. All the elk tracks. But it's a brisk morning. It's gonna be cold. Here we go. Holy shit, that was cold. That just hurt. Got 3 more of those before I climb out of the canyon this morning. Finally made it over to the actual trail, and it's there'll be another water crossing right away. Brisk on a 40-degree morning. Just crossed that, and a little deeper than I really like in the morning. mid-thigh. Be wet for a bit. So this is kind of crazy. This old truck sitting up here on Aeroplane Mesa, right where it starts dropping off. Wonder what the story is with this. This has been a wilderness area since 1924, so no roads. Who knows how they got in here? Pretty cool. For sale cheap. All right, made it back to the Adventure Trooper. What a great hike, what a great weekend. And this is a beginning of about 110 miles of driving to get back. About 30 miles of really rough road and then the rest just twisty. So I'm not back to civilization yet. Great couple of days, 3 days. Only saw a few hikers the very first day when I was hiking in, and then nobody else. Nothing but the elk and birds. So, great trip. And I'm headed back to town.